Hi guys, so it is 8:30. I've just been for dinner. I had dinner with a colleague that was staying in the same hotel, so I didn't get a chance to film it for you, so I have to tell you about it instead. I had edamame beans for my starter. They were really nice. They were in a dish with ginger, soy, and chili. Really tasty. So I had two bowls of those, a couple of Diet Pepsis, and I had the same main course that I had yesterday, which was the herb crusted chicken breast with the extra green beans. That was really nice. So I had that. That was my meal three. I had my beef jerky and a coffee, kind of meal one. Meal two earlier was a chicken salad with extra chicken. Meal three, as you know, was my edamame beans and herb crusted chicken breast. I need to check my numbers. I think I've probably got a bit of protein still lacking, so I'll probably finish off with another two scoops of my chocolate fudge elite whey. If I do decide to do that, I'll add another video. So it's around 10 p.m. and it's the end of the day. I'm about ready to go to bed. My protein intake again is a little bit low when I check my numbers, so yeah, there we go. It's another shake, two more scoops. Puts my total protein intake today a little bit higher than the normal 1 gram per pound, which would have me at about 165 grams a day. It's got me nearer to 195, so an extra 30 grams. So probably a little bit too much, but more protein is always better than not enough. So it's not a bad thing. My calories are still way low enough, especially after this week. I've banked so many calories that my cheat meal tomorrow night is not even going to make a dent. The cheat meal I'm really looking forward to. I think I'm going to go with half a Domino's pizza, some chicken strippers, some wedges, and just really enjoy that meal. One thing that I recommend that you do is on the day you have your cheat meal, there's two things you want to do. First one is you always have your cheat meal after you've been to the gym. So when you go to the gym and you exercise, your body uses carbs for energy, glycogen. So when you eat carbs, they get broken down to glucose. Glucose can be used for energy straight away. If there's no immediate need for that energy, what your body does is it breaks it down into another form of carbs called glycogen. Glycogen is the form that your body can store it in. So it starts as carbs, and then becomes glucose, and if it can't be used for energy, it becomes glycogen. Glycogen stored in your liver. There's a small repository, and then in your muscles, and that's where, when you're doing exercise and your muscles are contracting when you're lifting weights, that's where the energy is coming from. It's a mixture of ATP and glycogen. So when you do the workout, and I'll show you that workout tomorrow hopefully, your body's using the glycogen in your muscles, and because we've been on very low carbs for this week, most of that's depleted, so there's not much already there. When you do your workout, you're using the very little amount of carbs you've already got in your body. So when you have your cheat meal, which is traditionally going to be a high carb meal, especially after you've cut out carbs all week, then all of those carbs and calories go back into refueling your body. All of the carbs are more likely to go back into your muscle glycogen stores, which are depleted, than they are from turning into fat. But in all honesty, when your calories are so low and you've banked so many calories over the week because you've been in such a calorie deficit across the week, you're never really going to have to worry about fat gains, because no matter how bad your cheat meal is, you've probably saved 4,000 or 5,000 calories. So unless you're doing a mega feast, you're never going to have a problem, and that's why it's important. Later on in the week, on Sunday, we're going to have a carb refeed as well, and I'll talk about why carb refeeds are important and why you need to include them in every single diet. But as of today and tomorrow, today is the last day of the full low calorie, low carb, high protein, rapid fat loss diet. Tomorrow you do the normal rapid fat loss diet as I've done the last 4 days, all the way up until my cheat meal. Once I then get to the cheat meal, it's anything goes, one meal, whatever I want. Now here's the important part, and something that a lot of people get wrong. You want to make sure that your cheat meal is after you've been to the gym. We know that's fine. Second thing is really important, make sure your cheat meal is the last meal of the day. You can try it and you might be able to do it another way, but in my experience, if you have a cheat meal at an earlier point in the day and then try and go back to eating your normal diet, ain't going to happen. Once you've tasted the forbidden fruit, as it were, you're never going to go back to eating your regular, protein, low calorie, low carb. So enjoy your cheap meal, indulge, go all out, satisfy your cravings, make yourself happy, go to bed, start afresh the next day with your normal rapid fat loss diet. Okay, I'm going to finish off my shake. That's about it for today. Another weigh-in tomorrow. I'm confident that the scale is going to come down even more, and you'll have a full update tomorrow as ever. And come Sunday, we'll do a full recap of the week. So lots to look forward to. Thanks for all your comments. Keep them coming. A few guys have been commenting, sending me emails. There's some questions coming in. I'm going to store up all of those questions, and at the end of the week, I'm going to do a Q&A, a separate Q&A to these videos. So let me know the questions you want answering. I'll be happy to answer them in detail. So you know my email address is sky@freeworkoutplansforbusypeople.com. You can catch me on the website on the Contact Me page, or you can also find me on Twitter @freeworkoutplan, or on Facebook at facebook.com/freeworkoutplans. Cheers.